predictive MVP going into this week. Who do you think is going to be the guy coming out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers week number 2 going against the Carolina Panthers? Gene, you got your guy? You ready to go?
Winfield Jr. I'm thinking he's getting 2 picks this game.
2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Teddy Two Gloves is going to throw 2 picks.
Yeah, that's my hot take.
Yeah, that's real hot. We talked about it earlier, Brent. You said that's the guy to start in fantasy. I think the Buccaneers are going to do whatever they can to make Rojo have a good game. And they're going to throw him the ball, and they're gonna give him the ball and feed him early and often. And I think the Panthers' defense is going to reward them by giving up yards to him. So I think Rojo is going to be the guy that this is the game where everyone goes, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I think this is the game for Ronald Jones.
I love both of those picks, but I think I have to go with what I consider to be the most obvious pick and probably will be the most obvious pick all season long. And for me this week, I'm thinking Tom Brady. And my thought process is this. Didn't have the best week last week. Tom Brady, he kind of has that Tiger Woods air in him. Like Tiger Woods is leading the Masters. He goes in and has like a one bad putt on the 16th green, and he's up at 4 o'clock the next morning working on his putting before the next round. You know what I mean? Because he's got to get it straight. Tom Brady's a bit like that. There's some bit to be made about Tom Brady having the fire in his eyes this week and being really prepared. And one guy that I don't ever like to bring up on this podcast was like, hey, breaking news, the greatest quarterback of all time is really ready to play this game this week. But I think we're going to see Tom Brady really he's going to do what Tom Brady does. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be, that's the Tom Brady that we brought in here that we expected when we brought in. So I think it's going to be Tom Brady. A couple people in the chat room, they're saying Mike Evans MVP that he wants to go off. Let's hear. We got Winfield coming in. We got Devin White. I'm sure this is Antoine Winfield Jr. Our friend James Money Hill over at Mr. Bucks Nation is saying.
Mr. Bucks Nation, what's up, buddy?
Levante David. John Miles says Brady. There's a Rojo. And let's see here. JPP and Shaq. Well, you can only have one MVP. That's why he's the most. Let's hear. Carlton Davis. There's a deep cut right there. Carlton Davis had a great week last week. Let's see here. Davis needs his interceptions. Let's see here. Buck the World says Ren is going to be the MVP this week.
There we go.
Mark it down in the book. Place a bet at mybookie.ag.